Yeah. You know, I was gonna do this video last night. And I don't know. I had to reevaluate it and look at it again and watch it again. And I'm gonna start off by saying this: the 2017 Royal Rumble overall show was 2 thumbs up. And we'll get into why it was 2 thumbs up immediately. From the pre-show on, every match hit its mark. Starting off with the Tag Team Championship finally going to the club. But on the pre-show where who knows how many people were in the arena, who knows if anybody was watching, or how many people, obviously people were watching, I'm sorry. The club deserved better. Sheamus and Cesaro deserve better. That match was great. And I'm just happy that the belts are finally on the club where they belong, where they have belonged. I knew Sheamus and Cesaro were going to be transitional champions just for the New Day to lose and for the club to win. I don't see why the club couldn't be the ones to dethrone the New Day. But it didn't happen. Excuse me. So, the pre-show starts off. No complaints here. No complaints here at all. Nia Jax and Sasha Banks went exactly how I thought it would and how it should have went. With Nia Jax dominating an already injured Sasha Banks. It wasn't a total squash. I know there's a lot of Sasha Banks fans, but just right now, Nia Jax needed that rub from Sasha, and she got it last night. The 6-women tag match from SmackDown. Naomi was highlighted heavy. Got the win, got the pinfall clean over Alexa Bliss, the SmackDown Women's Champ. We knew Naomi would be getting the next push to go after Alexa Bliss, but after pinning her in a 6-woman tag match, does that mean she's going to win the title? Maybe not. Maybe they have longer plans for Alexa Bliss going into WrestleMania. Remember, Elimination Chamber is 3 weeks away? 2 weeks away? Something like that? So a lot of positives in the pre-show. Shawn Michaels, Jerry Lawler, Peter Rosenberg was there again. I always enjoy seeing him at these events now. I just like it. He gives a whole different perspective on wrestling. He is on the outside like us looking in. He's a radio personality for Hot 97 here in New York. Don't know if you're familiar with Rosenberg, but he's a big wrestling fan, big mark, just like all of us. So I'm in a good mood at this point. Pre-show's good, everything's going, everything's firing on all cylinders. The Royal Rumble kicks off with Bayley and Charlotte going one-on-one for the women's title. The Raw Women's title. And again, this match delivered on all points. Firing on all cylinders. Charlotte and Bayley were going at it until Charlotte hits a natural selection on the apron. The hardest part of the ring. As we hear every time someone hits a move on the apron, that it's the hardest part of the ring. Bayley showed a lot of heart last night, but Charlotte's going to hold that belt until WrestleMania. And how it sits now, we've been hearing Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Bayley against Charlotte in a 4-way. Charlotte's pay-per-view undefeated streak continues. I think it's at 15 now, or 14, 15, something like that. Charlotte is the face of the Raw Women's Division until WrestleMania. If they can get Bayley over in time, I would put the strap on Nia Jax and play the dominant role, the dominant female. She's a monster. And she showed it last night in her match with Sasha Banks, but Bayley showed that she can hang with Charlotte. Sure, it wasn't as crisp. It wasn't as fast-paced, maybe not as hard-hitting as Sasha and Charlotte. But again, I said this in prior videos, Bayley is not Sasha. Bayley and Sasha's chemistry in the ring is a lot different than Bayley and Charlotte's, and it's a lot different than Charlotte's and Sasha's. Completely different dynamics, completely different characters. But Bayley held her own last night against the Raw Women's Champ. Then, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. In my opinion, up there. You could easily say it was the match of the night. Barring how you felt about AJ Cena, we'll get to that. But Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens threw everything at each other in this match. Everything. Tables, chairs, everything. Jericho had a spot. He was in that cage 30, 40, 50 feet in the air like a sexy piñata. Jericho throws down some brass knuckles. Kevin Owens gets to use them. Roman kicks out. It seemed Roman was kicking out of everything, but so was Owens. Superman punches galore. Owens gets knocked off the top rope. Halfway through the match, he set up these chairs outside like a pyramid, a triangle of solid steel chairs. And as he's on the top rope, Roman Reigns hits the Superman punch. Kevin Owens goes flying off the top rope through the chairs. Sick spot. I went back, I watched it, and he landed so stiff. And oh, man. And I don't know if he's done that spot before in Ring of Honor as he was Kevin Steen or in CZW or any of those smaller promotions. But, man, he looked like he knew what he was doing. He looked like he knew how it was going to feel. He fell perfect and landed perfect flat. In the end, though, as we all thought Roman Reigns was about to beat Kevin Owens, Braun Strowman hit the ring. The monster Braun Strowman hits the ring and attacks Roman Reigns. Puts a real beating on him. Drops him on the table. The table no sells. I am the table. For all you Botchamania fans out there, I hope that table spot's on the next Botchamania because that table didn't sell. Braun rolls Reigns back in the ring after picking him up on his shoulders and drives him through the table that Reigns had set up in the corner. He had planned on spearing Kevin Owens through it. But Roman Reigns got put through the table. Thank you, Braun. Yes, 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 chants all around the arena. 50,000 plus in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Kevin Owens gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. They lower that sexy piñata, Chris Jericho, down to celebrate with his best friend. And Kevin Owens is still the Raw Universal Champion. I'm happy about it. I didn't know if they'd give it to Roman. Seeing how they put him in with Braun, maybe he gets the U.S. title back. But wait, because the night's not over. But still, at this point, still thumbs up. Still good stuff. I'm enjoying everything. Everything's still great. Everything's still great. We find out that Seth Rollins has been barred from the Alamo Dome, so he won't be there. He wasn't there. He wasn't. We waited. Rollins wasn't there. Seth freaking Rollins had nothing to do with the Royal Rumble show itself. But we did see a graphic on the screen for Raw tonight that's going to have a face-to-face. Seth Rollins and Stephanie McMahon. Maybe he brings back the curb stomp and he curb stomps Stephanie, making Triple H wrestle him or fight him. He wants to fight Triple H. Triple H said, be careful what you wish for. He wants to destroy her. There's a big difference between the Triple H that wears the suit and the Destroyer and blah, 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 blah. Let's see if it happens. But after last night, I'm not holding my breath anymore. Again, at this point in the show, still pretty good. Now, Neville against Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight title. And the king of the Cruiserweights finally takes his rightful spot at the top, and the throne or the title around his waist has finally been planted, and Neville is the new Cruiserweight champ. This match, another hard-hitting match. In the end, I think Swann tapped out. I was up and down during that match. But again, at this point, the Royal Rumble was delivering. Firing on all cylinders. Hitting all its marks. Making everyone happy. The IWC included. AJ Styles, John Cena for the WWE Championship. The match before the Rumble. How it should have been. No focus on the WWE Championship really going into the promo packages besides its own and on SmackDown. But AJ and Cena, their match at SummerSlam was a match of the year contender last year, and this was no different. Like I said, this is arguably could be the match of the night, depending on how you looked at Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, the no disqualification match earlier in the night. But Cena and Styles went at it. Styles hits the calf, puts on the calf crusher. Cena puts on the STFU. Styles hits an attitude adjustment. Cena hits a Styles clap. It was just back and forth and back and forth. Styles class, Cena kicks out. Cena hits the super attitude adjustment off the second rope. Styles kicks out. Finally, Cena hit that wheelbarrow mock Canadian destroyer on Styles. It looks so smooth and crispy. Styles hits a phenomenal forearm. Cena kicks out. This match had all the emotion of a 5-star match. In the end, John Cena pins AJ Styles 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. After an attitude adjustment, a roll through, picks Styles up from the mat, gets up with using just his legs now. And another attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3. John Cena is the 16-time WWE champ. Ties Ric Flair's record. I've been watching wrestling for 30 years, folks. And I never thought that record would be tied. And about 10 years ago, when me and a bunch of friends, a bunch of wrestling fans started talking about the possibility of the record being tied or someone getting close, it was always Triple H that was going to get there. Not John Cena. Triple H won't get there. John Cena is there, ties the record. They had pictures up with Ric Flair and John Cena. I made a joke on Twitter, got a little bit of attention, that Ric Flair wasn't crying, so he wasn't happy. I don't think he cared either way. I think he always wanted Triple H to be the one to break it. Triple H denied Ric Flair that opportunity to see Triple H tie his record. But John Cena's the 16-time world champion. There's nothing we can do about it. I don't have a problem with it. I don't want to focus on Cena being the 16-time world champ. I want to focus on the reign that AJ Styles had from Rumble to Rumble. Might be one of the best debut years, or is the best debut year since Kurt Angle. Remember, Angle came in when the Intercontinental European Tag Team World Heavyweight. He won it all in 1 year. King of the Ring. So Styles delivered. We always knew he would. I knew he was gonna. As soon as I found out they snatched him up from Japan, I knew big things were coming for the Phenomenal One. And I still think big things are coming for the Phenomenal One. I know there's a lot of talk now that he's not the champ. Cena's gonna hold him down. Remember, the Elimination Chamber's coming up as well. And how the Royal Rumble went, the ramifications for that Elimination Chamber might be all about Cena dropping the title. I think they just put the title on him to give him his 16th. Maybe he holds it till WrestleMania. I don't know. We don't know that yet. But after last night, I don't trust anything anymore. So the Royal Rumble match starts and Big Cass is number 1. Now, don't expect me to know all the numbers and who came out when and all that, because I honestly don't even remember who came out number 2. That's right. It was Drink It In, man. Y2J comes out number 2. So it's Big Cass and Enzo talking for about 10 minutes in the beginning. Then Jericho comes out and we get to action. There was so many stories I thought were being told, and Strowman came, and then Sami Zayn after Strowman dominated for so long. Once Jericho saw Strowman and Strowman's music hit, Jericho rolled out of the ring. He's very smart. He played that heel, rolled down beautifully like The Miz did a few years back. I didn't have a winner going in to last night. I thought it was going to be a surprise entrant who won the Royal Rumble. But anyway, I digress. And I continue with the Royal Rumble match itself. And it was good. They kept telling stories with Cesaro and Sheamus going at it. Cesaro came in and started doing the Cesaro swing to everybody. Then he grabbed Sheamus, and he didn't let him go right away. He didn't let him go at all, really. Rusev hit Cesaro, causing Cesaro to let Sheamus go. Then you had Mark Henry's last Royal Rumble. This man has been signed with the WWE since 1994. Okay? That's almost as long as The Undertaker. Mark Henry deserved that spot last night, being from Billsby, Texas. It was in San Antonio. He got a great pop. Of course, number 10, and the only surprise of the Royal Rumble, in my opinion, Ty Dillinger came out 10, 10, 10. So they listened to the fans on that note. I know one YouTuber is blaming Ty Dillinger, saying that it's Dillinger's fault, that they wasted the spot on Dillinger. There was 8 other spots besides the people who were already announced for the Royal Rumble. Those spots went to Cruz, Kalisto, James Ellsworth, Ty Dillinger. There's still 4 other spots. No surprises last night at all. Lesnar comes out and cleans house. I believe Goldberg came out. I'm sorry. Let me rewind for a little bit. James Ellsworth came out while Braun Strowman was in the ring after he had already wrecked shop. But nobody broke Reigns' elimination record. Whatever. Ellsworth comes out. Dean Ambrose's music hits. He's after Ellsworth. Ellsworth is still in the aisle. The longest aisle ever. Literally, they had people on segways and golf carts getting driven to the ring because it took that long to get down there. So Dean amps up Ellsworth, amps him up, pretends like he's going to jump in the ring and help Ellsworth out against Strowman, and lets Ellsworth go in and get creamed. Ellsworth's elimination mirrored that of Taka Michinoku's elimination from, I believe, the 98 or might have been even in San Antonio. No, I think it was the year before that, 96. I don't remember when, but Taka Michinoku face planted. If you don't know about that little spot, go on the network or YouTube and type in Taka Michinoku, Taka face plant. It'll come right up. James Ellsworth's elimination was as ugly as that. But anywho, Braun Strowman gets eliminated early. It kind of didn't make sense why he got eliminated so early before Lesnar and Goldberg and Taker and anybody came out, really. So Lesnar hits the ring, cleans house. I mean, he eliminated Dean Ambrose. He eliminated Kalisto and a bunch of Ziggler. The Miz got an F5. Jericho was laid back, and then Goldberg came out. Goldberg and Lesnar go face to face. Lesnar goes for a clothesline. Goldberg ducks. Goldberg hits a spear. It was Survivor Series all over again. Lesnar gets up. He's stunned. He's on the ropes. Goldberg hits a clothesline and Lesnar's over the top. Goldberg and Lesnar again were in the ring for less than 45 seconds together. And Goldberg gets the better of Lesnar again. And Lesnar, as he's looking up, holding his ribs, he's already on the ground. And Goldberg looks over the ropes and goes, "One more time." Lesnar Goldberg WrestleMania. Does that confirm it? After watching what happened next, I have no idea what they're doing. And I don't know if I want to know anymore. I don't know if I'm going to scour the dirt sheets. And I don't know if I'm going to keep my paid subscriptions up to a couple of newsletters. I don't know if I'm going to do any of that anymore. I don't think I want to know anymore. There were no surprises in last night's Royal Rumble. So Goldberg's in the ring. He's cleaning house. He hits Sami Zayn with a jackhammer. Tosses Zayn. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't toss Zayn. I'm sorry. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Hits Jericho. And then The Undertaker's music hits. The gong. Taker's in at 29. Taker goes after Goldberg. Goldberg reverses a chokeslam, reverses this. Taker hits a chokeslam, not before Goldberg hits a spear on Taker. At this point, we had Undertaker, Sami Zayn, Bill Goldberg, Chris Jericho, and The Miz. All in the ring. Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton as well. There was a cool spot I missed again too. I'm sorry. The Rumble was so long that I'm sorry I missed this. Luke Harper came out, almost hit Bray Wyatt with his sister Abigail. He went right after Bray Wyatt. It was awesome to see Luke Harper's balls drop last night. That was awesome too. But by the end of it, it was it was Goldberg, Taker, Jericho, Zayn, Orton, and Wyatt. Number 30. Fans counted down. I'm getting excited. I think Samoa Joe's coming. Or maybe Finn Balor. Maybe somebody. Maybe Kurt Angle. I didn't know who, but I said, man, there's been no surprises this whole Rumble. No big ones. I get it, Ty Dillinger, but to me that wasn't a surprise. We all knew they were going to fucking do that. They weren't going to miss that opportunity. And Roman Reigns' music hit. And I'm telling you, it was like somebody came up behind me and just gave me the biggest gill of all time. Laughing. All I could hear was laughter. People laughing at me for years watching wrestling. Ha 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 ha! You know that stuff's fake, right? Ha 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 ha! You know the outcomes are predetermined, right? Ha 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 ha! How could you like watching big sweaty men in underwear wrestle each other? Ha 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 ha! Roman Reigns makes his way down the ring. Undertaker's there in the middle. They meet. They go eye to eye. Taker, Reigns, Taker. The boos were so loud. Kevin Dunn and his massive chompers could not drown those boos out with fake cheers. Reigns and Taker are going at it. At this point, I thought Reigns was going to eliminate Taker, win the whole fucking thing. Taker eliminates Sami Zayn. And while he's not paying attention, Reigns comes from behind and dumps out The Undertaker. Roman Reigns, who had a Universal title shot early in the match and lost his match, gets the 30th entrant into the Royal Rumble match and eliminates the Phenom, The Undertaker. To say I was upset was an understatement. I knew who was left in the ring. But at this point, nerves are going through you. You know, you're like, oh man, are they going to let Roman Reigns win? Are they really going to do this? Vince is laughing his ass off right now. Roman Reigns! I couldn't believe it. Jericho's on the top rope at this point. Roman Reigns punches Jericho in the teeth with a Superman punch, knocks him out of the ring. Now it's Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns. They're doing a number on Reigns where Wyatt sets up for Sister Abigail into the RKO out of nowhere. Reigns reverses, hits Orton, dumps out Wyatt. Now it's Randy Orton, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been in at least the Final Four in every Royal Rumble he's ever appeared in. So when I have fans and friends telling me, why he's so mad? It was fine. Roman Reigns, who cares? Yada yada. Logic. Braun Strowman attacks Roman Reigns last night to cost Roman Reigns his Universal title. Sure, maybe they'll have a match on Raw or whatever the case may be, but he had no business being in that Royal Rumble if it wasn't to interact with Braun Strowman. They trolled us. They trolled us last night. Then, Roman Reigns, if they throw him in a Rumble, why throw him number 30? Whose idea was it to have no surprises, no legends, no debuts, no shocking returns, nothing? Whose idea was that? Roman Reigns has been feuding with Jericho. Jericho just beat Roman Reigns for his United States title a few weeks back. But Roman Reigns doesn't go after Jericho. He goes right for The Undertaker. Thank God! Randy Orton ends up hitting an RKO when he reversed the spear into an RKO. And Roman Reigns is thrown out, eliminated. Randy Orton's going to WrestleMania. How it sits now, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt might win the Elimination Chamber. They think they're going to make up for the Royal Rumble last night by giving us Bray Wyatt. 3 years after the fact. Bray Wyatt's going to win an Elimination Chamber just to drop the belt to Randy Orton. But as it sits right now, SmackDown, Randy Orton could go after John Cena. Is it 2009, 2008? What the hell is going on? I don't know who decided to book that Rumble that way. But they ruined an overall great show. A 2 thumbs up. I had to give it an A. Couldn't give it an A+ because of the Rumble match. I don't know why they threw Roman Reigns number 30 into that match. I don't know why. Other than Vince is high on him and Vince thinks that sooner or later we'll accept him. Even if they turn him heel at this point. Again, they lost an opportunity. They ruined an opportunity at the Royal Rumble. How do they bring in Samoa Joe now? When does Finn Balor come back? Because he's cleared. Is Kurt Angle going to have a match at WrestleMania? Who does AJ get? Is AJ getting Shane McMahon at WrestleMania? Is John Cena really holding AJ back now? All these questions will be answered in the road to WrestleMania. That's why we have the road to WrestleMania. Overall, like I said, I loved the Royal Rumble last night, except number 30. I wouldn't have even minded if Reigns came in number 16, as long as he didn't make it to the Final Four. Like I said, he's made it to the Final Four every Royal Rumble he's been in. So there you have it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about last night's Royal Rumble and the controversy in the end. What'd you think about the AJ Styles Cena match Okada dissed on Twitter? Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens going at it. What do you think about Jericho making it to the Final Four? 60-something minutes for Jericho. Like this video, thumbs up, hit that blue thumbs up. YouTube loves it, so do I. Share it with your friends so you can talk wrestling about last night's Royal Rumble with your friends. And always tell a friend to tell a friend about Let's Talk Wrestling. And if you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Let's Talk Wrestling. Oh, hell yeah. The Royal Rumble, 2 thumbs up. Roman Reigns, 2 thumbs down.